The law is the law. The law is the law. Justice suspended Chief Justice today, Justice Tokonu. Now, a few days ago, she filed an application
which was dismissed.
Let me go into it. Suspended Chief Justice injunction application unanimously dismissed by the Supreme Court. It was 5-0. 5-0. When we used to have 7-0 and all that, we saw this. The suspended Chief Justice Gertrude Tokonu has suffered yet another defeat in her attempt to halt the proceedings by 5-member committee set up to probe the 3 petitions seeking her removal. On Wednesday, let me save the date and all that. Okay, let me do that for consistency. On Wednesday, May 28, the Supreme Court unanimously dismissed her injunction application against the committee. This ruling was delivered a few hours after her supplementary affidavit was also struck out unanimously by the court. Background: Gertrude Araba Isabat Saki Tokonu on May 21st filed an application at the Supreme Court seeking to restrain the committee set up by the President John Dramani Mahama to investigate the petitions seeking her removal from office. Now it continues in the suit. She requested an interlocutory injunction to halt all the proceedings of the committee pending the final determination of her case. According to the court documents, the Chief Justice wanted the Supreme Court to issue an order restraining the 6-member committee composed of Justice Gabriel Scott Puaman and Samuel Kwame Adibu Esiedu, as well as Daniel Yam Domlevu, Major Flora Bazuwarua Dalugo, and Professor James Sefa Jessa from proceeding with the inquiry related to a petition. You can do the reading.
And
so to it,
he's raising genuine, valid.
Yes, you see, the law is the law. Whatever is happening, me, I'm enjoying it. If you feel that your rights are being infringed on, or you have anything against anything, you use the law. When it goes before the bench, they will also use the law to decide whether you have a case or not. So everything that is happening, you realize that these are fine proceedings, and it's very interesting that we should all be following and learning. This is a Chief Justice who once was in charge and will empanel judges to sit on cases. Now out of her own, she feels she has a case and goes before people she has empaneled, and even have cases against some who in the past she empaneled. Now she doesn't trust them. What lesson do I get from this? It means that she felt that in the past she used them, that they do not have a mind of their own, so they are not fit to sit on her case. Now she files and it goes before the bar or the bench, and they feel that they are independent. What you thought you used that for, you don't have a case, and it's struck out.
But Evangelist, I know you're a man of principle.
Yes. Thank you for knowing I'm a man of principle. Unlike Seth.
Oh, I'm not saying. Oh, no.
Oh, I'm speaking for myself. When you get to a stand, if you have any qualification to describe it, it's your right. The law is the law.
Like, let's be honest and sincere.
We have always been honest.
The back and forth.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I've always said this, that in a matter of time, okay, if power changes hands, don't you think this whole issue of...
You see, you have a right...
That is really going to change the picture, or give a different picture of our judiciary.
You have the right as a moderator to ask questions. Very interesting question you have asked. That going forward, don't I think that in future, when power changes hands, similar will unfold?
Which
I beg to differ. Wherever these things are coming from, I have heard from the MPP They are saying that whenever power changes hands, but you see, we can just go back in few years. The MPP in opposition said when they come, they will ensure that Charlotte Osei loses her job. They came to power and Charlotte lost her job. They had something to pin her. Now, whatever is unfolding is backed by law, the Constitution, Article 146, 6 and to 11. You can find all this. What have we done that is against the Constitution? Wherever or whenever this Chief Justice suspended has sought that her rights are being infringed upon, she has had the cause to raise it and even file applications which have been thrown away. Do you understand? So everything is panning out and it's law.
Yes, the Constitution.
So if you think power will change hand, which I know will not change hand anytime soon.
I'm not saying, I was just pointing to a fact that
MPP people have been saying it. So you are quoting that. I will grant that. Yes. So what else do you want to ask again?
Like, I look, you know very well that His Excellency the former president were giving petitions.
Yes.
To remove the chief.
Yes.
Which she felt, well, it wasn't something that I was going to follow up.
Yes.
And what if His Excellency the President had ignored these?
Ignorance of the law is no excuse. I'm saying this because the Constitution has determined even the president how he can be removed. It's a constitutional matter.
Yeah.
So anybody wakes up tomorrow and follows that, there are steps to take. When it comes to the Chief Justice, it's a novelty. It's a first time. Do you understand? But the Constitution predicted that in future such a thing can happen. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, upon receiving the petition, had also, gone step by step according to the Constitution. As we speak, nobody has said the president has breached any article or clause. Nobody. So let's allow the law to take its course. Let me quote former president, the late Professor Mills, the late. He said, the law grinds slowly, but it will surely get to its destination. Let us allow the law to take its course. It will surely get to its solid destination. If after 100 or 200 years, a new party comes and they feel there's also a case against any state official, the law is the law and it must work.
The
Thank
law
you.
is the law.